When you talk about risk and compliance, what all this role covers, okay? And earlier, which you were doing the audit, so how these two roles are differentiating to each other?
As I mentioned, right, I'll give a simple example. Uh, when you go with an auditor mindset, and for any kind of an audit, be it a technology or a finance audit, the auditor will opine whether things are working or not working. Simply, logic zero or logic one,
Okay.
right? But if you are extending your role and becoming a risk professional, you have to solutionize the thing if it is not working.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the GB Show. And a very happy Women's Day to all the women out there who are watching me right now. So, I thought of making this episode super special today because I wanted to invite someone who has excelled in their career as well as the passion they are following into. So, I found someone who is at this point of time a VP risk and compliance with one of the global bank, and with just 13 years of experience has excelled in the career, and same time followed her passion towards the fitness and became Miss Fitness 2022 and Miss Fitness International 2023. She is fitness influencer and having more than 24,000 followers on the Instagram. So I have with me Shubhangi Shelke, and we are going to talk to her about her journey, how she has balanced both her career as well as the passion towards the fitness, and what are the best practices or advice she has for all the women out there. Let's hear her out. Hello, Shubhangi. Welcome to the GB Show.
Thank you.
And very happy Women's Day
Thank
to you.
you. Pleasure to be part
You're
of the
looking
show.
very pretty.
Thank you.
I'm looking handsome too. Thoda sa.
Yes, yes, of
Thoda
course,
sa.
of course.
Okay. To start with, Shubhangi, so for my audience, I will love to know that your journey as a professional, you have worked on the table this side where you have done external auditing part, and now you are VP risk and control, risk and compliance to one of the global bank, right? So how the journey has been, how you started, and how what take you to the this level in, I think, with just 13 years of experience.
Thank you. Thank you for that introduction. I started my career within consulting firms, and where I was working as an internal as well as the external auditors, also in space of the risk advisory. And then I understood that my true passion lies within the banks when I handled lots of BFSI clients, and then got an opportunity to work with the top US banks. And that's how I kept my learning journey on. And while performing the audits, internal, external, as well as, so that time I understood risk and compliance and the controls are my interest areas, and that's how I recently changed my role and moved into the risk and the control space. Audit is very interesting, where you go to meet various people and understand the issue and write it into the report. But then as a bank, journey does not end there, right? You are a seasoned professional, so you have to think about the remediation part of it as well, and how you can solutionize the thing, because that is the end goal, right? You identify the risk, provide the solution, remediate it, and making things very efficient and also in compliance with the regulatory requirements. That's the way we enhance our risk and control infrastructure and induce that risk culture within the organization.
Okay, to simplify, for my audience specifically, we will like to know, when you talk about risk and compliance, what all this role covers, okay? And earlier, which you were doing the audit, so how these two roles are differentiating to each other?
As I mentioned, right, I'll give a simple example. When you go with an auditor mindset, and for any kind of an audit, be it a technology or a finance audit, the auditor will opine whether things are working or not working. Simply, logic zero or logic one.
Okay.
Right? But if you are extending your role and becoming a risk professional, you have to solutionize the thing if it is not working. What are the things what are the risks it is having, conveying that to the relevant stakeholders, and then also providing them the solutions 1, 2, 3, and what is more suitable for the business, and also which is in compliance with the regulatory requirements. So that angle is, you need to be more solution oriented and more creative, and you have to have an in-depth understanding of the business, like end to end you have to understand the things to give that solution.
Okay, and which one you are enjoying more? It's like being a full-fledged risk management professional or as a auditor. So how you look yourself as a better version?
That's the tricky one. That's the tricky one. So I would say one is a prerequisite for the other. Until and unless you know what is the issue or what is the pain point is, you cannot really be creative to give the solutions.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say this was better or that part of better. They complement each other very well, because end objective is to make an organization stronger risk standpoint.
Okay, and as we are talking about specifically for Women's Day special episode, right? And we have seen that in cyber security or in risk and compliance overall, the ratio or women and men's ratio, if we see, there's a big difference, right? Why any reason you will like to say that why the girls are not taking up this role in risk or cyber security, or have you seen any challenges in 13 years where you would have seen, no, this is a 24/7 job, or it's a more critical job, or it requires a big accountability as well? So any challenges you want to share, or any comments on why we have less women compared to men in specifically in cyber security and risk field?
I mean, one key things, rather talking about the challenges, I would like to start on a positive note of the strength. As a woman, I feel we always have that risk acumen. What can go wrong? We are built by nature like that, always on toes, understanding the risk and being more responsive to the risk. So skill set standpoint, I don't think we are lacking anywhere. Of course, the socio-economic situation we are in, specifically in our country, of course, at a certain stage in a women's life, we feel like that we have to prioritize the family or the career. So it's never an either and or thing. It is always goes hand in hand. Though there is nothing called as a work-life balance per se. It is a work-life integration is the holistic term nowadays, right? So the thing is, there are challenges. But then the organizations are taking steps for a conscious efforts like hiring and nurturing the talent. If your question is if the efforts currently we are making are sufficient, the blunt answer is no. We can do better. So it's like a level-wise hiring. If we say at the entry level we get many female candidates, but as we see towards the top, the ratio would go down.
Yeah, exactly.
And there, I think there is an area of an opportunity for the growth as well, that we can have a specific mentorship programs for women, or we can have a support system towards like catering those needs. Like if someone is going on the maternity, that should not really impact her career. When she's coming back, whether we are able to give some flexibility of work from home, or some structured kind of a parenting or the childcare kind of a situation, wherein we have some babysitting arrangement in the office itself, so she can be fully focused on work. So that kind of things need to be more structured and should percolate across the organization. Then it will be definitely growth in the numbers across the levels and the hierarchies. So the efforts are being made. There can be better efforts can be put in, and I think in a couple of years, maybe a decade's time, will be there.
Fair enough. And I think beautifully you have answered it, and we can definitely see there are challenges, and you have dodged all of them and followed your passion as well, which I will, as I have introduced about Miss Fitness International 23 and Miss Fitness 2022, how that journey started. You have so many challenges in your career as well, auditing, then risk, and you have given a growth in that particular profession, and in parallelly you have excelled in the area of fitness as well, and now you are a fitness influencer with more than 24, to be precise, 23.3K on Instagram, right? How that journey started, and when you thought like I want to be a fitness influencer?
So, I mean, to be honest, my fitness journey started back in my B school days. right when I was at Symbiosis. And there I was always a fat kind of a person, and it was a residential course, and I started hitting gym. I was like, these are the 2 years I have got to work on myself professionally as well as personally. I want to make maximum out of it. And I started hitting the gym. There was a general floor trainer who was very supportive of my fitness journey. So I was originally a pure vegetarian, religiously vegetarian, but then slowly I changed my eating habits and I started seeing progress in myself. And that really triggered, oh, this can be worked upon, this is working. And I felt really good about myself. And also, MBA is not a very it's like a 5 hours or 6 hours course, right? 7-8 hours you are on the campus studying, attending lectures, and your days start after actually the college finishes with all the projects and all those late night assignments, right? So it was challenging. But with this fitness passion, you can be I had developed that focus that, oh, I have to do either I have to be either in the gym or the library. That's how the MBA days went. And the same approach helped me during my professional journey also. So I can correlate it, like the way it worked out for me is you have to find your primaries in the center of the circle and then arrange everything around it. Your primaries are the non-negotiables, and they cannot be more than 2 or 3 things. The primary meaning has to be the limited numbers.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the routine you can always maneuver over. And it's on a daily basis, you have to prioritize things. It's not that this is my priority and this will be my fixed routine. Daily you have to make that decision. At this point in time, this is the priority. Let's go ahead with it. Yeah.
Okay, and so I think B School you started the gymming stuff, and when you felt like, no, this is my primary, this is something I need to follow, and then all
That was
complete.
during the lockdown. That was the kind of a moment for me that, yeah, this is what I really liked about, because everything was locked down. We were working from home. All the external avenues were almost none or negligible. And sitting at home after the work hours, I used to read about the food, nutrition, and the exercises. And I was like, what it needs to be a fitness model or a bodybuilder, how to get to that particular level. Is it really possible? And then there were so many people who were advising me about the steroids and all non-natural things for the enhanced athletes, what we do. And I was like, no, I will do that naturally and I'll set an example. And it's not, maybe I may not reach to that professional level, agreed. But what my body's full potential is given by God, I should exploit it. Otherwise, it's insult to the creator who has shown so much of faith in you and your abilities, and you're not utilizing it. And that's how it started. So I proudly say that I'm a natural bodybuilder.
Amazing. And how was your first experience when you were performing on the your bodybuilding skills and all on the stage on any competition? How was the first experience?
So that was the first experience. I competed in Bangalore in a street model category, and I went on the stage, and everyone with whom I was sharing my stage with, they are either professionals or the senior coaches. And that was the moment, oh, where I'm landing and what I'm doing. And I had only one thing, like once I have to compete in my life. That was the mindset I landed in the Bangalore. And then when I saw the experience was so amazing and people were so supportive, I was like, I have to do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have done it.
I have done it. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And how you cope up? Like, VP risk and compliance demands so much of time, energy, and then a full-fledged competitive bodybuilding program also requires a lot of time and practice, right? So how you balance both of them, and maybe what is your daily routine that you can manage these two things together?
It's a very interesting question. As I said, right, it's a prioritization you have to do, right? So I start my day super early. I hit gym early in the morning. I complete my workout. And then I go to the office.
When say early means it's like 5 or 6:30.
6:30. So no matter, even most of the time I close my day quite late in the night. But then that drive to go for gym wakes me up in the morning. Okay. And also it's mentally also you're free, that you're done with your workout, and then you're full-fledged when you are on your work mode on, you're fully into the office mode. So you don't have to bother. Otherwise, in my earlier stint, I used to do the evening gym. All the time there used to be something holding me back. Oh, this work is remaining. I have to hit the gym. Gym is gonna get closed and all that stuff. So whatever form you get a time to exercise, you should exercise. You should not make that habit of like waiting for that right time.
Okay, fair enough. And in last, you said 2011 you started exploring fitness journey, right?
Correct.
If you need to give me a tip, what will be the one tip you will tell me?
You know, fat loss is the easiest thing on this earth. It's the only thing is you have to control your food.
I think that's the most difficult part, right?
So it's like a bank account, right? You have to deposit and you withdraw. More you deposit and less you withdraw, you will have increased fat percentage. Or less you input and more you get it drained out, you will be in deficit. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'll see how I can
Definitely,
reduce my deposit, right? So that is something I need to work on. But to take it, you have on this Women's Day, I will must say that you have set the right example, because I'm meeting many, girls these days who are like saying, I don't have enough time for my work as well, and then how should I follow my passion, right? So maybe I will like you to talk to my audience directly that. For any the ladies who are watching this session specifically in any form of career, or they want to excel in the career path, or they want to follow any of their passion, what are the best advice or something you want to guide them on this Women's Day, or a message you want to give to them?
Never limit yourself, and never limit yourself by others' beliefs. Whatever you feel, like if you have dream it is possible. Because God never gives you a dream which you cannot fulfill. So be passionate about your dreams, follow that fearlessly, and keep going. There would be obstacles, don't stop. There is a support available. Reach out to people, never shy away, and express your opinions fearlessly. Because many times, specifically in India, I had seen with the girls, they are very shy to express their opinion. And in corporate, that doesn't really work. You may be wrong. You will be hated. You will be discouraged from from talking or expressing. But never let that thing to stop. That's fine. Like, be open-minded, take that criticism positively, work on that feedback, and keep moving forward. If you stop, then there is no growth.
Fair enough. Very well said. And I think this would have been the amazing message for all the girls out there. And I really like talking to you, Shivangi, and thanks for being on the show and sharing your journey with us.
It was pleasure to be part of this show.
And
sir.
as a ritual, I have something for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I hope, guys, you enjoyed it. I'll see you next Sunday. Till then, take care, be safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thank
Sure.
you.